Interesting. Well, the round one is deeper, almost 11 millimeters. So we really could put any of those shark's teeth into it. Let's go ahead and pour one of these. So it is physically smaller than the hexagon. I wonder if they're all 2 ounces. Doesn't say on it how much it holds, but the hexagon was sitting at about 7. The square is also somewhere around 11. Very cool. Good to know. I'll set that all aside. We'll pour us a round one. And I think we're going to make this one blue. We're going to try out our blue. We'll leave this in there. Maybe we'll make a new playlist of this stuff. It's going to dye. Is that green or blue? It's looking kind of blue in the store, but doesn't actually have a color name on it, does it? But it supposedly only takes a couple of drops. It's the alcohol-based one made for doing the resin. Huh. This one looks way more blue, but actually here it's green. I can get a series of greens. Put this on a drop of paper towel or something, see what it looks like. Gonna nip the end off. Guess so, I guess she needs a nip. Oh, that's more green than it is blue. They sure look blue in there, didn't they? I guess we're going to make a green one. Yeah. They're obviously different shades, but see what we got. Great comedy of errors today. Yeah, that one's more green. Well, this one's kind of a blue-green, so we're going to run with the blue-green. Oh boy, that stuff stains pretty good right off the bat. Oh. First things first, a couple more cups. And I know everybody says you can clean these out, but you're already spending $1 million on this from a hobbyist standpoint, so that's a big deal. I think what we'll do is, for this probably, is our B sign. Maybe we'll use up the last of this rosin here. Get into the big jug and try the other material out. We'll put an ounce in here. I believe that first line is ½ ounce, the second line is an ounce in this. And these all cups could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Well, this is quote-unquote jewelry grade resin. You can buy it on Amazon or just about any craft store. This came from Michael's. About 20 bucks 20 bucks for 8 ounces. 22 maybe? 23? Seems to dry pretty crystal clear, which is nice. How do we do there? Just below it, just a bit more B-side. We're getting down there. Yeah, some more B-side in here. Come up over that line. Let's throw some gloves on so we don't get too sticky. None of these materials are any good for you, of course. So you really should wear gloves. If you can find them these days, right? But you really should. And since we've got time, I think we're going to pick out our teeth afterwards. After we get our marvelous blue-green color. Swear I thought it was blue. Sure did look blue in the store. Guess what I'll have to do is shake them next time. Doesn't seem to be a... Oh, there it is. 4 pieces, transparent dye, color pour rosin, American Crafts, 359677. I'll have to find out what the UPC for blue is. But since we've got them, we're going to give them a whirl. Actually, I should make it brown to mimic the water in the Peace River. Because that's what it looks like. Right now, with all the rain we've been getting, you can't see the bottom just about anywhere. Let's set a timer for 2 minutes. We'll get this mixed first. I don't think that it really matters much how other people use them. Wasn't that pretty? 4 drops. Still want it to be pretty clear. I'll more or less try to simulate, you know, water. I don't know how this is going to work. It's going to simulate green water. I guess it'd be pond water. And I'm not worried about the bubbles because actually I'd like it to look more like water. So I'm actually trying to introduce bubbles into this right now. This might work better with the hexagon because it's thinner. We'll see how the color turns out. Maybe with it being a couple millimeters thicker, we'll be able to see the shark's teeth as well. All of this is just an experiment, just to see, generate the process. Well, this is kind of fun, putting the air bubbles in it on purpose. Because normally, you're trying to keep the air bubbles out. Whip it into a froth. Wow, you really can introduce air bubbles, can't you? Look at that. That's makes it pretty fast. Alexa, cancel the timer. Scrape the sides and the bottom. Give her a good froth. Pull off another frothy paper towel. Close up our die before we turn everything on the planet green. Give this a pour. So it looks like we're a couple millimeters short from the hexagon mold. Hexagon mold filled all the way to the top. So this must have come on out of there, mister. A bit more volume, I'd say. Actually, it's kind of a good looking color. Like an aqua blue? No, it's still green. It'll do. It'll make it visually interesting. So we're at 10, but it looks like that fills it up to about the same height, about 7. So that means our little ones will fit in there just fine. Let's grab some out of the box. We'll do this one all in snaggle tape. Red copper cups. That's the best cup. Cold stuff cold, the hot stuff hot. I think we're just going to drop these in there. Let them settle. Find some good ones. We'll scooch them around later. Going to cover. Nope, that's too thick. Maybe. I guess it'll work. Maybe I should put them in there in pairs, huh? That might be interesting. Similar size, maybe. Yeah. Bigger left. Yeah, and I forget which the mouth positions on these. It's kind of neat, really, that you can know the mouth positions of a shark's tooth, huh? That's a couple 100 million years old. I guess that's because they found the jaws one time or another. I was really hoping to use up more of these teeth. With each fill, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. To the left. Guess since we're making up a design, we really don't have to worry about whether the teeth match up. It's got a cool color to it, which is nice. These are the little guys, fill in these spots. Throw in there. There we go. Well, the mold is filled more or less to my satisfaction. Scoot these around a little bit after I move them over onto the other bench, because it seemed like just carrying them over to the other bench just had a little bit of movement, because these guys are so dense. They shifted around quite a bit. That should be kind of neat. Left the air bubbles in there on purpose, puts them in to give it a little bit of frothy, watery look. I think blue will be much better, but since I accidentally got green, we're just going to run what we brung. Be flipped, don't you? And then putting them flat side down in here so that way they settle nicely to the bottom. Yeah, that'll work. Spacing, preserved for eternity. If I hadn't mentioned it or you didn't see the other videos, these all came out of the Peace River, the Hawthorne Formation. And we go out kayaking and pick them up with using screens and sieves. Why, that is quite amazing how quickly they shuffle around with just a little bit of movement. Any questions, comments? Look at the other videos, or I'll try to answer them below. That might be a little too thick, but I think she's going to stay in there. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. All the other crazy things I might make out of shark's teeth.